Okay, today I'm going to show you how to force feed a baby Gaboon Viper. And the first thing we do here is we're going to unlock his enclosure. Just got to find the right keys here. And this baby I acquired probably about a month ago. And I've tried feeding him, offering him a frozen thawed rodent, and so far he hasn't wanted to take it. So I don't like to let him go too long without eating. I don't know if you can see him. He's right down here. Here's his head. I'm going to take out his water bowl. I use the forceps to do that with, so I don't get reach down there and get bit. And then we're going to take our restraining tubes, and we have a set here. It's getting to be an older set. What I'll do is I'll look through here and I'll try to find one that's just big enough for his head, which I believe will probably be this one. Let's see, we'll just measure it up. That one's a little small, so I'll go to the next size here. Alright, which is going to be this one here. And what I do is with the restraining tubes here, you simply slide it over his head. When you get his head up into it, you simply reach down, grab his body, and he will move forward, or I'll move him forward here, getting the shavings off of him. And I'll slide him right up into the tube like so. Now, if I feel that this might be a little too big, I could try the original tube I had. I can slide that in here, and I think that the original tube, the size I chose, actually might be a better choice. So I'll slide that tube all the way in, pull it back a little bit here, and I got him right into the smaller tube. And what I'm going to do is slide him forward, get him to move forward here until he's close to the edge of the tube. Get him right up to there. Now I'm going to take the mouse, which I have right here. I got a hopper size, and I'm going to make the head look forward. Now I'm going to take my hemostats, and I'm going to grab the mouse like so, and I'm going to try to get him to open up his mouth in here by gently pushing the mouse against his mouth. And he, as you can see here, he's opening up his mouth a little bit. Get him to open up his mouth, and I'll gently push the mouse into his mouth. Mouse and mouth, boy, these are close words together. Now he has a skinny neck, as you can see, so he's going to keep his neck in an S shape. So what I'm going to do is just gently, very gently, push forward, and each time that he straightens out his neck, I'll just push it a little bit more into his throat here, and then I will release it, because now I want to push down on the bottom part of the mouse and start pushing that in. And you do this very, very gently, okay? You never want to force anything. And as he eventually is going to start to reposition his neck, because you see it's S'd up, so I can't push the mouse through that S. So I'm going to just keep pushing a little bit from side to side here, as you can see. And what he's eventually going to do, though, is he's eventually going to stretch himself out. And when he stretches himself out, or if he won't do it, I'll kind of try to help him here. I can push on this tube because it is soft, and I can try to get him to push forward. And he's not doing it right now, so we just have to have a lot of patience. And we will gently, again, just keep pushing a little bit from the bottom, from the top. We'll reach in there and just push a little bit forward, and as we see the mouse really start to move in there, And once the mouse starts to go, we just continue with whatever area we're at the time pushing. Again, he's all essed up here. I see the mouse is right here. I can tell the mouse is head of the mouse is right there. So we need him to relax a little bit and push forward, because we don't want to push that mouse's head through his skin, which is a possibility. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to like pull him back a little bit, straighten him out just a tad, and he'll probably push himself back. And we're going to continue working this into his throat area the best we can. And we're going to push nice and slow. And I see right where the mouse's head is, right there. So what I'm going to do is I want to get in there with my hemostats, and we're going to gently again maneuver the mouse as easily as possible. We're just going to push in just nice and slowly, and we'll move to the other side over here. We'll continue to do the same. This is a rather large hopper here, but we are going to get it in there. Alright, and we'll just push again very slowly, moving the mouse in there. And now, as you can see, as I push slowly, the mouse is moving in at a steady pace. So I continue push slowly. You can see the mouse moving down his belly here. You can watch him right by my finger there. Watch that. You see that mouse going? Alright, and I would just continue to push gently, and then I will take the hemostats out nice and slow. There we go, taking them back out. Perfect. Alright, now he's been force fed. The mouse is inside of him. He's no worse for wear here. I got his water bowl we're going to put back in here. And then what I do is either one of two things when I release him. Some of the snakes, like he's doing right now, prefer to go forward. So I'll just let him crawl right out of the tube. Just tickle their tail a little bit, and he'll crawl. There he goes. He'll crawl right out of the tube by himself. If they don't want to, some of them will try to back up, and if that's the case, I will just put the snake back in and let him back right back out of the tube into the tank. But basically, that's how you force feed a venomous snake. You do it inside a restraining tube. You never force the food into their mouth. You gently push it, and at some point it will just start to go in all the way with nice and slow, and then you continue with that push. Otherwise, you go from top to bottom to side, top to bottom, side to side, and eventually the prey will be pushed in, will get into their throat, and you can push it down into their stomach. And I hope you enjoyed watching me force feed baby Gaboon Viper. Normally I only force feed when they won't eat by themselves. Obviously, that's the only reason you would force feed. But with babies, sometimes they need a little bit of assistance, or snakes that need to put on some weight, like he does, or he did. He's starting to actually put on some weight from being force fed. So obviously when I got him, he wasn't eating properly, he was losing weight, and now he's putting weight back on, and hopefully soon he'll decide that he'll just want to eat by himself, and I won't have to do this. So I hope you enjoy watching me do this, and if you like what you saw, click the like button, and if you want to see more of my videos like this, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.